Hey troops, Roxee here and welcome to Roxee Plays Games and welcome to a brand new game on the channel, Railway Empire. Wow, this is an old game, but we are here nonetheless. Before I get into today's video, I want to do my usual thank you. So thank you for everyone who has liked my previous video, thank you for everyone who has subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know when new videos have come on the channel. Right, so brand new game. Well, I say a brand new game. It's a brand new game on the channel. The game is actually quite an old game. I think probably 4 or 5 years old, maybe. I don't even know how I come across this, but it popped up on Epic Store, and I thought, oh, it's free. I'll pick it up. I may play it at some time. Basically, every time, but I keep checking Epic Store, and every time there's a free game, I just pick it up, even if it's a load of rubbish. I'll pick it up anyway. And yeah, I thought, you know something, I'm actually going to give this a little try because I want to play Transport Tycoon. Oh, what's it called? Sorry, brain has gone completely blank. Where is my Transport Fever, yeah, Transport Fever 2. And this is kind of very similar to that kind of style of game, only this one is just all trains, whereas Transport Fever 2 has planes, bolts and buses. Right, well anyway, let's crack on. I'm going to do the campaign, and I've jumped in, I've had a quick look around with the controls, so I know the very basics of it, but that is about it. So let's go. Won't be doing too much talking because there's lots of commentary in the game. We're going to do the game pauses automatically when building track. Yeah, we'll leave that on.
I did an evaluation of the contenders and I am the best choice.
Okie dokie, right, Roxee Plays Games. It won't let me change the name of the company for some reason, so we'll just keep it at that.
In 1863, on the banks of the Missouri River, the last chapter in the monumental undertaking of the Transcontinental Railroad began. The workers of the Union Pacific Railroad began laying their tracks westward from Omaha through the wild heart of the North American continent. Massive challenges awaited them. Away from all civilization, the country was vast, the weather ruthless, and the challenges tremendously energy-sapping. But there was a masterstroke of modern engineering to be accomplished, to tame the wilderness and to conquer it with steel, fire, and steam. Never before had anything like this been ventured, but the time was ripe.
Greetings. My name is Thomas Clark Durand. Exactly, the head of Union Pacific. We will go down in history as the ones who created the Transcontinental Railroad. And that, my friend, is your job as chief engineer. I can't supervise everything here on site right now, as I have to meet with some politicians in Washington. First, you should familiarize yourself with the basic controls. Move the camera in all directions. Now test the camera's zoom function.
Yep, that's all working. It's not too bad. Look at the detail. I mean, obviously it's not the best graphics in the world, but it's fairly detailed. You can see people and carts and whatnot.
You can also rotate the camera. Give it a try. Very good. Now you know the basic controls. Your first task is to create a rail connection between Omaha and Norfolk to the northwest.
Norfolk?
Both cities will need a station for this. You already have a station in Omaha, but you still need to build one in Norfolk. To do this, switch to building construction mode.
Right, so we got the building construction. I don't know everything in the game, but obviously we shall see how we get along. we have signal supply towers. There's 3 sizes of train stations. You've got a small train station, a normal train station, and a large one. This has 1 track, this has 2, and this has 4. And obviously the prices will reflect that. Now, obviously, start of the game, we don't want to be going too crazy, but I do know that we will end up upgrading stations at some point. So I'm actually going to get a normal size train station, which has got 2 tracks on here, because we're going to be connecting that up to Omaha, and then we're going to be heading over this direction as well. So having the 2 tracks will just make things a little bit easier. Alright, let's rotate you. It's got to be placed within the green circle, and that white circle around it is the area of influence that the station will cover. Obviously, a larger one's going to be bigger and a smaller one's going to be smaller. But we're going to go for the normal size one. We're going to be probably doing the normal size stations for most of the areas that we play in. And you can put this anywhere. If you put it in the middle, it'll just move all of the stuff around it. But we're going to actually put it on the edge. Just
Very
there.
good. Now the 2 stations need to be connected with tracks. To do this, switch to track construction mode. Now plan the tracks between the stations in Norfolk and Omaha. To do this, select the 2 station tracks one after the other. Then
Okey-dokey.
pay for your track planning.
Yep. Now this is possibly one of the most simple ways of putting tracks down that I've played. And I've played quite a few games with track laying, and some of them are quite complicated. This one is so simple. You click on where you want it to start from, and you click where you want it to end. Now if I wanted to do kind of like zigzagging like this, I can do that if I wanted to, but we're not going to do that. We are going to, how do I clear planning? That's the one I wanted. We're going to click there, and we're going to click there, and it will automatically just make the track however we want it. We can click anywhere we want and drag around. Yeah, it's very, very intuitive. This building here, even if I move the track out of the way, will still disappear, so I'm not really too fussed. But the idea is we want to, looking at the price here, is we want to keep it as cheap as we possibly can. So I'm just going to go for... Oh, that looks a little bit cheaper there. Yeah, we'll go for that, that's fine. Pay
Now create your first train so that you can set up a rail line between your stations.
This bit confused me at first because...
Initially, your train only exists on paper. It's not much use to you without a locomotive.
This bit confused me when I first tried this out. 'Cause it was like, you buy a train, but then where do you plonk it down? You don't actually plonk it down. I bought the train, here's the train here, this is where we can upgrade the personnel, we can add different things as far as rail cars is concerned. So we've got a dining one, which gives a extra revenue to tickets, or ticket revenue. This gives freight revenue for food, this one is bonus for employees, and this one is a freight revenue for mail. So we can add these in, and it replaces, as far as I know, it replaces one of the carriages or one of the carts. However,
Additionally, each train needs a rail line that passes through all the stations it should stop at.
so yeah, so you buy the train, then you put the line down that you want that train to go on. And that's a little bit that confused me, because that's different from other games that I've played.
Now join your 2 stations to the rail line by selecting them one after the other.
But this bit's very simple. We want it to go from there to there.
That's enough for your first rail line. Now confirm it so it becomes active.
What you got here is the loadings, so you can do automatic, passengers and mail only, freight only, or manual. We'll just keep it as automatic.
Very good.
Keep it simple.
Now you can see the journey your train will take. If there is something to transport, the train will automatically take it.
And there we go. So we got 8 packs of meat going from Omaha.
However, as each locomotive needs water, sand, and lubricant on its journey, you have to place a supply tower along the route.
Right, so we need a supply tower, which is this thing here, and this can be placed anywhere on the track. Now, it's highlighting here to put it down, but you don't actually need to place it here, and the reason why I'm not going to place it here is because I want to place it nearer to a station. Reason being is I want to have yeah, before I do that, let me just get this track. I want to just extend this out a little bit to there for now. Are you not going to let me? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I want to put the supply tower nearer to the stations, because that's where it's going to be at its slowest. I think that's how the game would work.
Very good. Your train is now traveling between Omaha and Norfolk. But you can do even more. Each city needs goods from the surrounding area. For example, every city needs corn. Look, there is a corn farm near Omaha. Until now, the corn has made it to the city in the conventional way, but we want to change that. Now construct a rural train station in the marked location with a corn farm within its radius.
Right, so they're going to want this train station to take up to Omaha and then into Norfolk, as they pronounce it. Yeah, as I was saying, so basically, as far as I'm aware, the train's going to go at a certain speed, but it'll start off slow, and then it'll speed up, speed up, and speed up. I'm guessing, I could be completely wrong, and what I'm doing is a complete waste of time. But I'm figuring he's going to be going through here, so why not go through this? Actually, it's going quite fast right at the start, isn't it? Okay, well, never mind. It's there, and that's where it's going to stay. Right, we need to build a train station. Now, this one can be a small one for now. I probably will end up coming down here at some point, but for now, that's going to be way off. So let's just go for a small one. We'll rotate it around this direction. Plonk you
Now
there.
connect the new rural train station to the station in Omaha.
And you need to connect to there.
And now things are getting tricky as we have to deal with a logistical problem. As Norfolk should also enjoy fresh corn, there will soon be 2 trains traveling on the stretch of track between Omaha and Norfolk. Of course, this will then result in a conflict. Since trains cannot travel through each other, you'll need a side track between Omaha and Norfolk. This consists of 1 parallel track and 2 signals. First, create a side track. It needs to be at least long enough for a fully loaded train.
Right, so I'm going to build a side track, but I'm then going to turn it into a double track. But for the purpose of the tutorial, I guess, and this mission, we will do our side track going like this, to there, and then in like that. Pay and buy.
Excellent. However, your trains won't necessarily use the side track, as they generally always take the shortest route. For this reason, you also have to specify the direction of travel on each parallel track. Now open Building Construction mode and set up a signal in the highlighted area pointing in the direction of the switch. Trains will then be able to stop here when the single track is in use.
Right, so what we're going to do is shift and mouse wheel to rotate. You are going there, and then if you come down this side, you are going there, just like that. Signal at correct position. Signal pointing to switch. That's what I've done, haven't I? Okay, I've done something wrong there. Oh. Right, signals. Is it wanting me to do it that way?
Now make sure that the track can only be traveled in one direction. For this purpose, set the signal so that trains coming from the opposite direction cannot pass. Excellent. Now do the same on the parallel track so that each parallel track has a different direction. Place a second signal in the highlighted area and block the track to trains coming from the opposite direction. Very good. I'm sure that wasn't at all easy. You will soon come to realize that signals are an important aid in guaranteeing smooth rail operations. You will find more information and tips under Hints and Tips.
Okay, thank you for that.
Now assemble a new train and give it a locomotive and a rail line. Your new rail line should run via Omaha to Norfolk so that the people of Norfolk can be supplied with corn.
Right, so before I do that, let me come to tracks. We want to demolish get rid of you. Get rid of you, thank you. Can I get rid of just that bit of track? Cannot place a demolish marker here. There we go. Gotcha. It's a little bit confusing. You have to basically hold your shift down, click there, and then click where you want it to do to demolish, whether it's that bit or that bit. Right, let's go back to tracks, because what I want to do now is have the track come all the way down to there, and we want to go the opposite direction from there to there. Then what I'm going to need to do is create a crossover. Can I? No, I'm not going to be able to do it there. What about here? Is that going to be long enough? Yes it is, so we can do a crossover there. And we want to do... Right, we don't need to do a crossover here because that's just linking in, but we will need to put signals down. And we're going to be travelling on the left hand side because that's the way I travel over here. So we want to rotate you, put you there, put you there, and then we want to break this up a little bit. Let's come down this end and put you there. There we go. We can put you there, you guys there, do one there, and then is that going to be enough? Yeah, we'll do one actually right about here. Cool. Got our signals in place. Excellent. Let's close you down. Right, what did we need to do? We needed to build a new train. So manage train. Not the wrong one. New train. Add locomotive. Buy. So that's it. Bought. Then we need to add you. Then you. Then you. We'll come back here. Automatic. Save.
Excellent. The corn farm will automatically make use of your train because the cities along your rail line are demanding corn. Conventional transportation is much more costly for the farm. We are still missing something. Locomotives wear out over time and need to be regularly maintained so they can perform their duties more reliably. For this purpose, there needs to be at least one maintenance building on each rail line where locomotives can be serviced if necessary. Construct such a maintenance building at your station in Omaha now. To do this, select the station itself and expand the station with this building.
Right, so we need to build a maintenance building here. Construct a maintenance building.
Right. We've been lollygagging for long enough. I need to return to Washington for further miserable negotiations with our representatives of the people. I've written a task list for you. Take a look at it and complete the tasks within the given time period. Do not disappoint me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Right, so let's just check. This is all working fine. He can come up to here, unload what he needs to unload in there. And then fill up from here and go up to here. Cool. Right, that's all working fine. That's all working fine. Let's have a look. So we've got tips and tricks. This is all very good. Thank you very much. Let's go to our tasks. Right, so it is April the 12th, 1863, 13th, and 14th. Wow, that's going quick. So next year we need to connect Omaha to North Plate. So let's get that one done first. And Omaha to Cayenne. Right, where are those? So we've got... This is about as much as I've done in the game so far. So we've got Plate here, and where's Cayenne? Oklahoma City, Wichita. Where is... Can I hover over these? Casper. Ah, there we go, Cayenne. Right, so if we've got Cayenne there, we might as well just have one track that goes all the way through to there. That would make absolute sense. To do that, how much have we got? 264. We haven't got a lot of money. Haven't got a lot of money at all. So doing double tracks is probably not going to work right now, because we would need 200 just... Oh, let's try it anyway. Let's do the first one. Where is North Plate? North Plate is here. Let's rotate you around. And we want you pointing roughly towards Cayenne, which is just there. Plonk you there. Cool beans. And then let's get tracks laid out up to there. And then...
Good. That's finished. You're making progress.
I am, yes, thank you. And drop that there. Oh wow, we've got loads of money. Right. So we've got that train doing that. We want now a train that's going to be going from here to here And then, what's this I? Build city stations in the centre to attract as many passengers as possible. Build the train station as close as possible to industries to reduce loading times. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Thank you. We want a station now over here. So again, we'll do a normal sized train station. And, well, we're going to plonk this in the middle. Because that's what they're saying that we should do. Unlike many other games where you would not want to demolish buildings, in this one it seems to be the way to do it. So plonk you there. Pay and build. Why are you not letting me pay and build? What's the problem here? Ah, right, okay. So let's move some of this out of the way. Change the route of planned tracks. Okay, yep, we know that, thank you. It's very kind of you to say. Right, that'll do. Let's do the same from here.
Those politicians in Washington get on one's nerves. But now let's get back to your tasks. As you can see, Cheyenne is still a little town hoping for an upswing caused by the railroad connection, but a city will only attract new inhabitants if it is supplied with enough goods. Cities receive basic goods from the surrounding area. If you construct stations in the right places and establish rail lines, your trains will be used to transport goods and you will make profits for transportation. But for this, you have to know what goods a city actually needs. You can find out any city's current needs. Now select Cheyenne and view the city's demand for goods. As you can see, Cheyenne currently needs only a handful of goods, and you can only deliver goods that are in demand. As the city grows, it will demand further goods. At the moment, you can supply grain and wood. Both of these goods are available to the north of Cheyenne.
Grain and wood. Union Pacific Railroad expands network.
Connect Cheyenne to a timber business and a wheat farm and establish a new rail line that connects them both to Cheyenne.
Right, this one should be nice and simple, hopefully. We want train station. It doesn't reach both of them. What about the large one? Right, so do I do two small ones, which are going to cost me 80, or have one large one, which is going to cost 200? Well, that's pretty obvious what we're going to do there. Right, so if we put you there, and put you there, then we get our track, connect you like a so. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this a one-way circuit. That will make things a little bit easier to manage. So let's carry on with our track laying. Oh, right, I need to purchase that bit, don't I? Yeah. Right, so that's that bit done. If I come out of here, let me do a straight bit first, because I'm going to probably potentially build something down there. A little bit fiddly, but we'll get there. Right, so what I want to do is I want to have a track that comes out of here, like so, and then up here to you. Right, that's that done. Then we want to, I know this isn't the most cost-effective way of doing it, but I'm doing it this way just purely because I want to keep it simple-ish. Right, I'm going to bring you around here, down here, and then in there. By that, we want to have a supply tower there. Let's put you just there. We need to have a crossover. There. We need to have signals. And I need to make sure I'm doing this the right way round. So we're travelling on the left, aren't we? So we need to have signal there. Signal there. Put that there? No, I can't put that there. Put you there though. Zoom in a bit here. Put you there. Put you there. A couple more going on this. Don't know how many trains we're going to have on here, but having these breaking up the segments will make sure that trains can go through each bit. We'll put one more here. We then want to break this up. And then one there. Let's go back to the tracks. I'll do that. I don't know why it keeps doing that, that's annoying. We want to have a crossover here. Although, no, I don't need to do that right now, do I? Let's just ignore that. Don't need to do that at all, because it's going to be coming around that way through here. Nope. Train that stops at this signal could be pushed into a switch in front of it, therefore blocking the train route. Which one? This one? No, this one. No, you just made me delete the track. Is there an undo? No, there isn't. was annoying. It just made me delete something I didn't need to delete. That's fine. Then we need to get this back up here. Signals back in again. This has broken my signals. You there, you there, you there, you there, you there, you there. We'll put you there. You can go there. There is no signal there, so just stop talking rubbish. There isn't actually a signal there. And you're going to be going around in that direction. Yep. Well, I think after a lot of messiness, that is all fine. What's that say? The following applies to all stations. The larger station is short. Yeah, okay. Right, so we need to get timber, business, and wheat farm. Cool, so I need to get a train, add a locomotive, purchase, close. You're going from there to there. Done. And then we're going to do a separate train. That is going to be doing there to there.
Well done. The city will soon grow. You can see how well it is being supplied at any time in the city dialogue. Basically, a city will grow once its demands are sufficiently met. I think you have learned enough. Complete the rest of your tasks. But you certainly won't have any success with so little capital. I might have not planned on this being a loss-making business, but I'll help you out this one last time.
What are these arrows flashing for? Oh, next train. Awesome sauce. So he'll go all the way back around to here. Now I could obviously make that a little bit more efficient, but just for the purposes of getting used to the game, that's what I'm going to be doing for now. So, cool. Stock. Right, let's have a little look at our tasks. So that's those first two done. Awesome. Right, so we've got optional tasks here. Connect the Great Plain to the Rocky Mountains. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to call it an end of an episode for this one. Next episode we're going to aim to get these done here. And at the same time getting these ones done here. Because they've all got year dates on, so that'll be the first one we'll aim at doing. Deliver 16 loads of cattle to Denver. So we need to set up a line. Where's Denver? Where be Denver? Pierre Bismarck. Miles. Where's Denver? Oh, there's Denver. Right, so we need to get a line to Denver, and they, what was it they needed? Cattle. Right, so we got cattle here, so that'll be a straightforward. We'll just do a line straight across there, and we can get the cattle in. Oh, let's do that now. Let's do that now. Then we'll call it the end of an episode, because this one's just going to be really simple to do. So let's go normal train station. I'm doing normal ones in case I need to expand. It'll just make things a little bit easier. So we'll do you there. And you there. Then we want tracks. Go from there. This one's going to be nice and simple. Into there. Purchase. And then that one. To that one. Purchase. Do the little crossovers. To that. To that. And then same on this side. From there to there. I like how it puts the little yellow dots so you can see where to put them so it makes them all lined up. Right, so we got that and that. We need. Oh, did I put a supply? Yeah, I did put a supply tower up here, didn't I? Yes, there. Cool. Right, so we want a supply tower on here. So I'll plonk you just there. We then want signals. We'll put a signal there. And a signal. That. You that. You that. You that. You that. Oh, that. How are they both going the same direction? Change signal direction. There we go. And do one more here. And you're going there. Right, that's that all set up. We just need to get a train on there. Add locomotive, purchase, and then line from Kelly's Ranch to Denver. Done. Unrest in New York. Populace does not want to go to war. Okay. Union Pacific Railroad, new station. 9 stations currently connected. Right, tasks. So we just need to get 16 loads of cattle to Denver, so that shouldn't take too long. Oh, you can rename these. Okay. Can we rename? No, we can't actually rename the thing, but we can rename the line. Which I'm not really too fussed about doing. Right, so we've got 8 cattle on here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so go there and back, there and back. Oh, 3 ways that it's done. This mission. So let's speed up time just to get this done, and then we'll call it the end of an episode. Extra 5 minutes from when I said I was going to end. But yeah, I'm really liking this game. It's really cool. It's quite simple. I think there's a few little quirks here and there that I need to get used to, but that's just me getting used to the game. It is slightly different from other games that I played, like Transport Fever and games like that, but I'll get there in the end. But yeah, actually really like it. I can see me playing this quite a bit. I don't know obviously the longevity of the game and how great it's going to be, but there are lots of DLCs for the game. Certainly the UK one, UK and Ireland I think it's called. I'm going to potentially get my hands on. Well, that's handy. So you can, if you hover over the track, it tells you how much is being used. Okay, that's cool. And that should be this mission done.
Well done.
There
The
we go.
citizens of Denver are impressed by the railroad.
So that's that one done. Right, so we just need to do meet to KN and then 150 people to your rail and network. That one should be easy to do because all we need to do really is we've got the ranch here. Just get a line going up to KN. Unless we've got meat somewhere else that we can get in there that's nearby. Don't see any. We've got this cattle ranch here, which we haven't got anything going on along here, so we need to have a look at all of that later on. But I think probably the simplest thing to do is just to have a line going up to KN from Kelly's ranch. We could potentially just have another station here. We'll have a look. But anyway, I'm going to call it the end of an episode. Thanks for watching, guys and girls. Again, don't forget to hit that like button if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and hit that notification bell so you know when new video and new content is on the channel. Videos coming out every single day of the month of August. As much as I can, I'm going to try and do it every single day, provided I have no hiccups along the way. Flight videos, I'm going to get some ETS videos on building games and games like this, management style games. Star Citizen will be coming to the channel to have a little look at that. That is a fantastic game. Haven't actually properly played it yet, but yeah, I'm going to definitely get that on the channel. I may get some Call of Duty on there. We'll see. But yeah, stay safe everyone, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.